All right, good afternoon, everybody. It's mid-June. Let's do a quick tour of the front orchard and see where things stand. So this is my Figo Preto. Very similar, if not the same, as Black Madeira, and putting out figs everywhere. Really doing a great job. Very prolific. I did root prune this year. Didn't seem to set it back at all. It is a little bit light on the canopy. Not a lot of leaf growth, but tends to be like that every year. I'm hoping the root prune will help with it for next year at least. All right, now this tall guy had to get tied to the Preto because it kept falling over. This is my Kolidom grise. I've got one in the front and one in the back. And you can see it's starting to produce some figs down there, as well as up on the upper branches and up there as well. So I should be able to get some Kolidoms to ripen as long as the weather cooperates for the remainder of the season. Over here we have Kolidom Nor, and figs are beginning to develop up here. Not as prolific as like a Black Madeira or a Preto or some of those, but I really do enjoy most Kolidom fruits. This one doesn't seem to be developing any figs up here, which is surprising. Every other branch does seem to be growing some, so it's getting there, and we should get some decent figs off it this year. This is my very small Kolidom Mutante. There's a tag down there someplace. I thought I saw a fruit developing. Yep, down here. So I don't see any of the Ramada on it yet, but hopefully it will show up as it begins to ripen a little bit later on. This is my Calderona de Minor. I didn't realize that the watering hose had fallen out of it one weekend, and it got hit pretty hard with some heat, and some dryness, so it defoliated pretty good. So it may not be a very good year if I get any Calderona de Minors. Looks like there might be some forming up here, but yeah, it's gonna be a bad year for Calderonas, unfortunately, but it is what it is. This guy here is my I-258, and you can see it is starting to put out figs. There are a few Brebas that I am hoping to get. The Genovese Nero Breba, so far the one that I had in the greenhouse, fell off, did not ripen correctly. So I will be interested to see how these I-258 Brebas do. There's another one there. And the main crop is coming along nicely. I-258 is always a very good producer for me. Maltese Beauty, probably my prettiest fig, and also a great producer, is spitting out figs like it does every year, on time, all the time. I mean, it is definitely a great fig to have in your collection. RDB, my wife's favorite, struggled for me the last couple years. I finally gave it a very good root pruning. You can actually see the roots down there that I cut on the one side, and it is rewarding me by putting out some decent figs this year. Not as prolific as I would expect it to be, but it looks like it's starting to bounce back from not doing real well being root bound. And lastly, my big Black Madeira. Seems like you can never give a Black Madeira enough of a head start here in Pennsylvania, but there are figs popping pretty much on every branch. And I always look forward to my big Black Madeira because for whatever reason, its figs always seem to taste better than some of my smaller trees. And it might be the pot it's in. It's self-watering, so it controls moisture better. It's just a bear to move, so I don't use them anymore other than the couple that I have. And it may just be that there's more room for root growth, but it seems to reward me with the happiness. And then over here is my Adriatic JH. Again, looks like it's getting hit with some moisture issues I'll have to check on, but it's putting out quite a few figs and should have a decent crop this year as long as they ripen in time. All right, that's the front orchard. I hope everybody's having a great day and a great season, and I'll talk to everyone soon.